Hi. Is this recording? I was just forcibly removed from a JCPenney. I charged my chair at a station in the mall for over an hour, and my chair had all but 2 lights, but then I didn't make it any further than this JCPenney entrance, and I went in and I asked if they had an outlet, and they said they didn't and they were closing. And so I went off and I went to an outlet because I guess I just knew where an outlet would be because I grew up in JCPenney, even though I haven't been there for like 15 years, you know. And so I plugged in my chair, and then I had to go to the bathroom. So I had to leave my chair and locate a restroom, which I did. And then I was going to the restroom, and like going to the restroom is quite an ordeal for me. I guess it's because of the severe peripheral neuropathy, maybe the endometriosis, maybe it's because I've been eating corn lately. I don't know, but I was just going to the bathroom, and I was never unkind to the employees there, and I apologized to them every which way that I could. And I told them that I was doing the best that I could, and I wasn't using an unkind voice, and I never screamed at them. I was singing some of the time, and when the police arrived, the police had been told a different story, and so they were treating me according to the story they had been told, and they had been informed that I was screaming at the employees, that I was a person refusing to leave the bathroom and screaming, refusing to leave the bathroom. So the police, they did not even believe that I was a disabled person. They said disabled person wouldn't look like that, disabled person wouldn't wear those shoes, you walked back here so you don't need a wheelchair. And the officers did not believe that my power wheelchair was parked and charging somewhere in that JCPenney. Now, the way that we went, I recognized that I was on the other side of the wall where I left it. And so I just got them to see that my power wheelchair was sitting there. And then I gave them my ID, and they took my information down, and they escorted me out. They did not allow me to sit in my power wheelchair and exit the premises on my own. The entire time they were moving me, they were walking too fast, and I'm in this. Hopefully you saw that, and they were walking too fast, and I told them, I'm a disabled person, and I need you to walk slower, and I know that this is slow for you, but this is not slow for me, and you holding me is putting me off balance worse, so I need you to walk slower. And they would not do that. In fact, when I did that and tried to walk slower myself and was just walking carefully to make sure I didn't fall and hurt myself, they pulled me harder. And so I asked that a female officer be escorting me, and instead of the male officer letting go of me, I just had a female officer on my other arm, and at least that provided more of a balance, that there was someone holding up each side of me, and I was less afraid that I was going to fall. With 2 people holding me, even if my ankle twisted or my leg buckled, I felt better, and so I was able to walk better. And I walked out of the store, and they believed that the Bible in my lap that I don't have a receipt for, I stole it, but it's not even from here. And I told them that I didn't. And the officer who said he didn't believe me when I told him my wheelchair was in the store and I was going to my wheelchair when he put handcuffs on me, he did not apologize when my wheelchair was indeed in the store and when I was everything that I appeared to be. I cannot even believe that that's what happened. I can't even believe that I'm telling this story right now. I've now been banned from JCPenney for ever, I guess. And so I'll be contacting JCPenney corporate and speaking with them about this, and I'll be contacting the Overland Park Police Department, and Sergeant Naylor, number 801, and Olivia R. Brunges and D. Herring need to be educated in chronic invisible illness, and the police department needs to be informed that a person who requires a wheelchair in order to get around is also able to ambulate on their own, and that a disabled person can look like me, and they demanded to know all of my diagnoses. I thought that was like a violation of privacy, but I'm not afraid to tell them that. So I told them all that. And once I did, they said, well, you should have just said that from the beginning. And like, well, nobody asked me to list my diagnoses in the beginning. I said repeatedly to the JCPenney employees that I am a disabled person. I have many illnesses, and I'm doing the best that I can, and I'm going as fast as I can, and I'm sorry. I mean, I was just very sincere and honest about I'm trying to leave. When the police came, I had just buttoned my pants and like had managed to stand. And I wasn't even in a handicapped stall because I walked from my wheelchair to that restroom. So I had to go so bad. I went in the first stall available. And so it was very difficult for me to stand up again. And I was trying to stand up for a while, and I just needed to rest, and figure out how I can use the things in the non-handicapped stall to get myself to a lifted position. But because I was not in a handicapped stall, that was something else that made them believe that I was lying about being a disabled person. I mean, this was just bizarre. Oh, look, can you see JCPenney in the background? I cannot believe how this is probably one of the worst cases of disabled discrimination that I've ever experienced in my life. And I was once at a music venue and had to leave to get my wheelchair to continue enjoying the music experience, and I was not allowed back in because I was in a wheelchair. At Oak Park Mall, I was in a scooter provided by Oak Park Mall when they provided those things to consumers, and I was ignored and discriminated against when I was in Bath and Body Works, and I contacted their corporate office, and they apologized, and they gave me like $100 in store credit. I still have those hand sanitizers that I got because all I got with that was hand sanitizer, and I just do not understand why that happened, except that the police department is not equipped to deal with people who are differently abled. It is not equipped to deal with the unexpected. And I think that, some kind of prejudice must exist that, do I look like a threatening person? Like, I can understand if I was in the outfit that I wore the last time I was here at the mall. You remember that like red and blue and like severe, and I had like metal and everything, but like I am like soft and this magical punk style is like incredibly kind and loving, I feel. In fact, I've been like delighting children all day at the mall and having wonderful interactions, and Bela with her Nana, she's having the best day ever. I had like a miraculously good experience before I was harassed by JCPenney employees, disrespected and mishandled by the Overland Park Police Department, and discriminated against for being a disabled person who, I don't know, I don't even like what would have been the situation, like what would I have had to look like or do? I don't understand what I would have had to do to correct it. And so but I'm not doing anything wrong. I wasn't doing anything wrong at all. And in fact, as I sat there, it wasn't until like I had been sitting there for 25 minutes before I even realized, like, oh my gosh, like, will my chair even be charged? Because I had just been sitting there trying to go to the bathroom and forgotten to even it wasn't even a thought in my mind that like I need to stall for time, like until like the police were on their way. Like, I didn't even remember that my chair had to charge. It just took like 30 minutes for me to go to the bathroom, and like it takes me 3 hours to go to the bathroom sometimes. Like, and I didn't have any of my equipment, like I didn't have any rubber gloves or anything. I didn't have anything except like that tiny little thin toilet paper. And I did the best that I could, and I'm really proud of the job that I did, but But I don't, I just, I mean, wow. I mean, wow. Just what a fail. What a fail for so many people. And what a sorrow in the world that this happened. And I'm so sorry if this happened to you. This should never happen to anyone, disabled or not. Like, I don't know why I was automatically a liar. The JCPenney employees lied through their teeth. If they said I was screaming in the bathroom, the only loudness in the bathroom was me singing, which was, I'm not excited, but should I be? Is this the fate that half of the world is planned for me? So people, I don't know why those JCPenney employees felt the need to lie, but that is a weight upon your soul that you really did not need. And I am sorry for that, but you have made your bed and now lie in it. That is just mighty strange. That is just mighty strange. Wow. So maybe now everyone knows that disabled, you know, whatever you expected disabled to look like, it looks like a whole lot of things. And I said to them, hashtag chronic invisible illness. Like, I mean, this is, yeah, I cannot, like, I'm just really, what is this screw from? Did this screw come from off of my wheelchair? Oh my goodness, like, if my wheelchair is falling apart. I just got this wheelchair through Medicare, and it's not staying charged to even get me, like, to the mall and back. Not even to the mall. I have to charge several times when I'm going around the mall. But anyway, I just wanted you to know that. Like, extreme prejudice, hate, discrimination, fear, all of the things that led to this. Like, this is an atrocity, and, like, it should be known, like, bigger than just me saying so on my YouTube to, like, my YouTube followers. So I hope that more people understand that what happened here was wrong, and I hope that people in law enforcement like, take this to heart. I really do. Thank you. I don't know.